All right, let's start fresh.
We're gonna have an argument about timelines and schedules.
Stream has started. Greetings and welcome to Die Drink and Die presents Enter the Dungeon episode 47. I'm your demon host Marty, joined by the full Ontario crew. We've had some technical difficulties this afternoon, and we're going to kind of restart because that is the easiest way for me to do the YouTube upload afterwards. I'm your demon host Marty, joined by Adam, Ahmed, and Mark today. We had BC crap out on us, as well as several internet connections, and then XSplit took a dump. An hour and some later, we are back. Okay, so let's dive right into coronavirus. We're all sick of working from home. Yada yada. Adam's lifting weights in his front yard. Yada yada. All right. Kids are driving Ahmed crazy. Mark's workplace is toxic and
saving me from coronavirus.
Physically toxic.
It's not like the Christine or the Britney Spears music video "Toxic," but
right.
Yeah.
Last game was called Knock Knock Knock. The Demon Lord Ayuz breaks 3 of the 5 abjuration barriers in the temple before retreating. Alkur and Bonecrusher negotiate with Nautanica for the Orb of the Golden Death. The party breaches the halls of Interdiction, where Zuggtmoy is trapped. There, they face an aspect of Zuggtmoy, a terrible fungal mass, and a Merilith wielding the Sword of Twisting and the Spear of the Bear God. Alkur and Bonecrusher hop between 3 of the corrupted nodes, undoing their connection to the Temple of Elemental Evil. Oscar steals Isolde's tears, and also strategically places upon her person soul stones. 3 of them. Krieger bravely faces Zuggtmoy, who takes interest in him. Darien intimidates Zuggtmoy, who then retreats into her proto-abyssal realm at the center of Runerach itself, taking the captured Isolde with her. Now the party is finished resting in the workshop outside of time, and they briefly looked at the spear that Shadow had cajoled them to identify. They identified that the runes of the spear are written on the inside of the spear, impossibly. The spear is oozing enchantment magic, which is keeping Shadow relatively calm, and that there is some sort of spirit or entity that has possessed the spear itself. The spear looks like a really old length of red wood. It looks like it doesn't even have a metal tip. It's like somebody took an axe to the end of it and sharpened the stick. But it is oozing blood out of the cracks of the wood, and is obviously magical. At this point in time, they were discussing Ali's problem. Ali's problem right now is that for him to create an ounce of purity, he needs a cup or a vessel or a vial that will not be affected by the ounce of purity, because he doesn't want to waste the purity on purifying the thing he's going to hold it in. And there's an argument right now with how long it would take. He believes that 3 days will be the thing. Ptolemy speaks up. So, are we going to unconnect the other node, which is the water node? I suppose we'll have to face Nautanica then. Although we made a deal with her, I'm not sure.
We did make a deal of a sort.
You know what they say, deals are meant to be broken.
That's not what they say.
Oh, I thought that's what they said.
No, that is not what they said.
My bad.
The problem with 3 days is that Zuggtmoy will be unleashed in less than that. You are speaking of 3 days within this space, are you not? Or are you speaking of 3 days in a normal time continuum?
I was not very specific on purpose.
Okay then.
What?
Between 3 hours and 3 days. There you go. How long is it going to take?
Thank you, people.
How long is it going to take?
3 hours or 74 days. One of the two.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Do you hook up internet cable in your spare time, or?
All right.
No, it should
We
take
will
me.
not have 3 days before Ayu's returns.
Yeah.
We will need to be ready for him when he comes back.
I've prepared potions for you. That is much help I can provide for you now. I am working as fast as I can. Face him if you
Understood.
must first.
The cleansing of that node should happen before. Oops. The cleansing of that node should happen before it is released into the plains. None of the twisted beings should be left to pollute the plains. Specifically, not the champions of possession. Is there any disagreement on that point?
No.
No, I agree.
So we're going to go. Well, not all of us have to go to the water node to disconnect it. At least one of us has to go down into Zuggtmoy's realm and say the command word.
Yep. So, I know how to make the chair go up and down.
Yes, you do.
Up and down and up and down.
Yes.
We could use all the spells that we can get.
Ptolemy's work is never done.
Malini,
Mm-hmm.
do you have freedoms from movement prepared?
2.
Perfect.
We would likely use those.
They will be required to fight Nautanica.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, if she's got 2, how many do Usol's got? I have prepared 3, and I have, I believe, 2 scrolls. I have 1 scroll remaining, which we're just not going to talk about in this. That'll be the emergency scroll.
Max, it's probably best that you stay behind then. Just kidding. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Coming along, puppy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh! So in
Do
order to
you-
give you guys...
Do you remember the poison cloud that Nautanica released in the last encounter?
Yes, it was most horrible. I vote that Oscar and I are the ones that sneak down into her realm. I know the command word, and Oscar knows how to make it go up and down.
That sounds like mighty fine logic to me.
The rest of you can deal with horrible tentacles.
Wait a minute.
I could use your hastes, Ptolemy.
I know.
Since when have you ever considered tentacles awful?
There was that one time with the pretty girl where
I have
beneath
an
the pretty
idea.
girl there was tentacles and you know.
I've got an idea for you. Why don't we appear at the water node? All of us. Once we've killed her. Then we can jump across and cast the spells and close it down.
Unfortunately, we're dealing with multiple female assailants at this point, or aggressors. Which her are you speaking of?
Nautanica.
Alright. So once Nautanica is dealt with, you wish to do what?
No, we all jump in at the same time, kill her, gank her real good. And then you can jump out and we can close it.
Are you sure that spear is calming you down?
He does make a very practical point. We do not need to kill Nautanica and release the node in one swift stroke. We could do it in 2 phases, meaning that you can join us in the slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the slaughter.
Ptolemy glances at Oscar.
You two short stuff.
So, how about we put it this way? I heard that there was 5 freedoms of movement, and the boy prince and myself aren't going in there unless we are free to move about.
That's right. That's damn right. The Ptolemy commands it. And you notice his eyes glow.
Oh, my.
Wait, you
Glow
said you had
golden.
2. You said you had 3, and you said you had a scroll.
He did not say such a thing. He just looked at his backpack.
Oh, okay.
If you were spying on him, because he was checking his
Okay.
roll.
I thought you said it.
He was futzing with his equipment like Oscar always does.
All right, so I will be going through, but I will either have to be fighting from the rear or protected from violent motions. Can I rely on you bruises to protect my fragile shell?
Doesn't matter how much they try to protect you. See how fast she moves and how long her those tentacles are. She'll get you.
That would be a no, then.
Need some kind of plan. What if you build like a wall or something to stop her from getting through? Can you do that real quick?
Oh, I've got a spell. It's called Prismatic Sphere.
Can it let him fire things out? Like arrows, maybe?
No.
Can you shoot arrows into water?
We realized that, the piercing arrows, piercing weapons.
The arrows underwater are ridiculously overpowered. They have half the range increment.
Which doesn't matter for me.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
So archers are
So wait, still better than spells.
still better than spells. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then all the blasting spells are long range or fire based.
Yeah. Awesome.
Is there an elemental feat to change it to cold or lightning or something, electrical or something like that?
I think there might be a druid feat. I don't have it though.
The blasting druids, I think, do.
You can pass through the wall and ignore its effects, so I'll be able to protect myself from... I could go out and blast through it, but no, I wouldn't advise anyone else running through the coloured wall. Even though it looks like fun, it's not paint.
Concur.
All right.
If Alkur could cast his own prismatic sphere, then he could protect himself quite nicely.
I have not prepared a prismatic sphere on this day.
Well, isn't that unfortunate?
So, are you like human? She's holding the cube. Looking at Ptolemy.
He is not human enough.
I am more human
Really?
than human.
Now
Yeah, whatever, Ptolemy.
And he's looking at his hand while that iridescent sort of green and blue sort of shimmer is going through his skin.
The Rob Zombie track starts playing in the background. All right, so let us plan, I suppose. The knight, the barbarian, the bear, The healer?
Don't call me out. Don't call me out. Don't call me out. Don't call me out.
That leaves one more.
Shadow's pushing Max towards you.
I don't
And-
know if this is relevant, but I can turn into a sea serpent with magic, so.
Does the sea serpent... Sweetie, does the sea serpent protect you from being grabbed and crushed by the tentacles of a large beast?
No, but freedom of movement does.
Yes. Ptolemy, Oscar, it would appear that the choice would be of you, Shadow, or your Shadow, or someone else going unprotected in this sojourn.
Ah, for fuck's sakes.
I'll go
I'm next.
unprotected. I will cast my prismatic sphere, and woe to any tentacle that tries to reach in and grab the pearl that is I.
You're a beautiful pearl, huh?
I'm starting to get angry at you, Shadow, and I don't know why.
I'm just lovable that way.
Yeah, that or got a magic spear floating around, werewolf plague, and then we got the golden stuff, but you know. So, alright, if we're all going in there, I will try to not get grabbed. But no promises that I will be doing anything other than saving those that need to be saved.
Okay then.
If I die to a fart cloud of inky poison, I will be very displeased and haunt y'all very much.
Crusher is counting the poison and disease things that Ali has prepared, and there's
Yep.
only 7.
Would-
Poison and disease.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I think we're going to have Malini. Malini's not allowed to come. Do we need to have the conversation about how Malini's not allowed to come? Because she's also not allowed to leave. So you probably have to have that conversation about how we basically kidnapped Malini.
Maybe I'm ready for giant squid in the cube. Maybe it's that simple.
No, you don't want to bring that in.
When we see the new universe, that abomination.
You know what? You know what?
exists.
Based on past campaigns, I would agree. I don't want to bring that cube to Nautanica.
The next adventure happens inside the cube.
And we're all mongrel folk.
You are the only elf. You are the only dwarf. You are the only. there's the. It's the Noah's Ark. It's not an ark. All right.
Oh, do you know what I got?
What do you
What?
have? Ooh.
We doing
Oh.
DC now?
You want us to switch over?
Let's take a moment to switch over. I'm gonna end that call because I need to rescue my camera from the.
All right.
Better?
Yep.
+4.
Huzzah.
See when you're recording.
No, we're still recording. This is just this lab. I can fiddle with your.
Oh, it's in map tools. I didn't see it. I haven't been looking at map tools at all. Sorry. The same bonus comes from the potions of it's called
Yep.
the elixirs of greater life. The same +4 to disease and poison, but it's only 20 minutes long, not like 2 days long.
Well, if the 2-day long ones were still under effective.
If I re-prepared them.
Okay, then we're not.
Okay, cool. We got our faces back in the regular spots. Awesome.
Oh, Marty, just FYI,
Mhm.
Darian's 18th level feat is actually
The same power he got from movement evolution.
pretty much, yeah. I'm not kidding. It's basic. It's a little bit more powered down than what you gave me, but it's basically the 18th level feat he was eligible for.
It's the only 18th level feat he's eligible for.
Oh, that the answer gave you?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have multi-classed or something.
Into rogue.
Oh well, okay. All right, I designed a thing that already exists. Great. Okay. So it sounds like you guys are venturing back out. Are there any preparations that you're making first, or?
No,
Look at your potions this time. Like literally, look at your potions. There's a lot of bonuses here that you guys can grab.
you're managing potions. You're on potion duty.
Are you bringing Malini or not?
We're not bringing her, but we're going to have to open up the thing to get a couple of freedom movements.
And I think she's gonna be. Yeah, she can cast water breathing on a couple people too.
Do you have the higher level version?
By a couple. Yeah.
Lee did not prepare any sea touch potions at all.
She can give, if she has time to prepare.
Yeah, that you guys rested an evening in here.
All right. She can give 3 water breathing and 3 freedom of movement if we got time to prepare spells.
So 2 water breathing gets everyone.
All right.
It's 5 creatures per cast.
Okay, and that'll be the 3rd level water breathing. She can do that.
8 hours.
All right.
And then how long?
That should be enough time.
How long does freedom of movement last?
Not
Not 8 hours.
not that long.
I believe it's 5 minutes.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so do it as soon
Double
as
check
right
it.
before we go into.
It's right before we go through the portal.
Yeah.
Freedom of movement is 10 minutes. So we'll get back into the castle, or get back into the dungeon, down to the 4th level, pop in, get those 2 freedom movements cast, and then go through the gate.
At the same time, you drink the Eagle Eye, and you drink your antidotes. You drink your antidotes now. Any of you need the Cheetah's Elixir, the plus 10-foot move speed?
Actually, if you give it to Krieger, that will actually increase his swim speed.
So Krieger, if you're freedom of movement, you can just run, can't you?
You can.
Yes, I will. Actually, I think I will be able to stride 8 times my speed.
Oh, I am a dumbass. Because
Krieger is Aquaman.
apologies. Oscar, Ptolemy, you do not need to go in unprotected. I was not using my entire might when planning.
Oh, well then.
It is sometimes difficult to manifest the multiple weaker versions of myself.
Ptolemy rolls.
Isn't the white also prepared? I did prepare Strike Force with the freedom of movements. I still have them prepared, but now it's everybody. So
Nice.
with Malini's casts, we can get.
Is Max included in this this buffeting?
No.
So he's gonna keep Max.
Stay home, doggo.
Yeah, he'll keep it home.
What's wrong with you?
So
Actually,
I'm
if- counting
counting your poison and disease, and we'll give you. So Darian, Oscar, and Krieger, you have plus 10-foot move speed.
Darian, Oscar, and Krieger. All
Alright.
right. Are we on a different map right now, or?
You're on the workshop outside of time right now.
All right. Should we put it on those tokens? Or
Yeah,
are you gonna-
yeah. I'm gonna copy pasta or cut those tokens.
Okay, so we have currently Cheetah's Elixir, Antitoxin, Anti-Plague. What else?
Antitoxin,
no
anti-plague.
antitoxin,
You've got Eagle Eye, which is plus 3 perception, plus 4 to traps and secret doors.
Okay.
You've got
Antitoxin, Anti-Plague, Cheetah, Eagle Eye. Drinking a pharmacy. Glug glug.
we've got Juggernaut potions.
Okay, I don't
which
have this
can go to Darien and Krieger if they want. Crusher's gonna drink one of the serene ones.
You know what? I don't think Darian's going to take Juggernaut. He doesn't lose on the will save. I think Krieger probably will, though, because he's that type of dude.
-2 perception, will save, initiative.
There he is.
Ptolemy's going to cast Energy Aegis, I guess, if we're doing buffing now.
It's 45 hit point bonus now.
Alkur is going to actually. I'll.
Not.
Kira.
And he'll burn a 6th level spell to put in his staff.
And who's getting the freedom movements again?
Everybody.
Everybody?
Well, but when we get there, those aren't being cast right now.
Yeah.
We're just divvying up potions, I guess. Yeah.
Alkur will cast the foresight. Use the sight of 4. The real question is, do we stick with the Staff of Healing, or do we... I guess I prepped the Staff of Healing.
10, 15,
I don't think I'll actually...
Oh, is Foresight a spell you cast ahead of time?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a 1 hour duration spell that gives you a +2 status bonus to initiative, and then you can trigger it to roll twice.
Okay, Ptolemy's casting his Foresight ahead of time. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm ready to renege on our word.
Yeah, I'm ready to. Let's go kill this thing.
To be fair, I'm not the one that made the deal.
Crush is looking at looking at Alkur like,
An abomination. It should not exist, and it had fair warning.
Yeah. Well, I bet it has a mighty fine pile of soggy crap. I like soggy crap.
this time, Shadow, kill the puppet.
For fuck's sakes, fine. It looked dead.
You know, it's a pretty legit statement right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's true facts right there.
Rip.
Okay, so I'm going to cut your tokens from this map.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the temple exterior. You guys are camping like 30 yards outside of, or like 300 yards outside of the temple entrance.
Yep.
You notice the temple is still kind of flashing. You don't know where the weird light is coming from, but it is still strobing. You enter into the temple itself. There doesn't seem to be anything that has disturbed the hall of broken glass. You begin to descend into the temple depths and soon find yourself not on level 1, not on level 2, not on level 3, but level 4 at the top of the stairs. I will move you guys to level 4. Oops. That's where you're headed.
What is that sound?
There's a bird.
Ah, okay.
The guys on the stream were complaining about that the other day. They're like, there are birds in the background going nuts at Marty's place. Like I'm at the kind of at the top of my building, and there's like a grassy area on the top of the building, and the birds just fucking love it. Apparently.
So it's better to have birds than.
His old place,
homeless
his bird
people.
shit all over the
yeah,
stairs.
yeah, exactly.
I think that's a good instead of like fire trucks, police. I'd switch that to birds any day.
Homeless people, drug dealers.
Odd and living in the big city.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet here. I'm super relaxed here compared to the other place.
8 a.m. Hey Marty, what?
It was like all hours. There was some noise going on, and I tuned it out, and it's not the type of thing you should have to tune out.
Yeah.
All right, so
We'll follow the expert style team stealth, the group through.
yep. Give me a roll representing, I think it's Darian's stealth.
Okay, so it would be
Shadow's on his own.
1d20 plus 18 plus
Crusher will be on his own. 31.
2 plus 1 for master plus 1 for legendary plus 2 decks.
51 for Shadow.
Yeah, Shadows.
41 for the group.
Nice. Yeah, the group is stealthing. You don't really see much change. It does not look like the abomination has been down here. You do feel the energy from the greater temple. It is a palpable kind of wave of evil that is coming up from the ground in that temple area. Even the non-divine connected characters feel this. Like the temple has become alive. Zuggtmoy is close.
Anybody else feel that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Ooh.
In the mental connection, Alkur and Bonecrusher can see that the golden wedge, that temple that represented that you think is Ayuz, is still only 60% all the way across to where Zuggtmoy is. Zuggtmoy is there, but not as visible. And on the other side of the golden wedge, where the Kraken lady disappeared, you don't sense her presence right now. There are, like, strange calls, like, from Zuggtmoy's end. Like, there are lots of voices there. Like, maybe it's not just Zuggtmoy waking up. The echoes of all the people that you've sent to her.
Boss run! Fight every boss again. Boss rush.
Don't say things like that.
We need XP. We got more things to kill.
We'll
At
just wait
least
for
3
you here
days
to
means
make
you
the
need 2
potion.
levels.
No, go outside. Go find me a boar sandwich.
Alright, so we're gonna sneak our way through to the
be with you.
gate to the water plane.
Okay, the rotting troll corpse, its head kind of goes. What do you think you're doing here? There's something talking through it. It's not in the mental realm. Another waft of evil on top of evil of this room. It's kind of like old man sock on top of like dirty gym sock of Zuggtmoy kind of thing.
It smells like dengue.
What do you think you're doing here?
Hey, Darian, you want to come talk some shit? Now'd be a time to talk some serious shit. Oh, don't say in front of me when you're going to talk shit.
Easy there, courage. And to whom am I speaking?
Who do you think, you pathetic burden?
Well, my initial guess would have been Zuggtmoy, but last time I checked, Zuggtmoy is a runner, not a talker.
You will soon face the two of us rejoined, and your words will be forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Well, last I checked, the answer makes a good severer too, so we'll be splitting you up again.
You will pay. You
Well, yeah, you keep you send the bill there, because we're coming for you.
The answerer will be corrupted. A new race of blackguards will wield it in my name.
Nope.
Should we tell him his name will be forgotten?
Oh, by the way, we're renaming the temple after Ptolemy there.
Simpletons. Petitioner. Pawns in a useless game. You have served your purpose. Leave here.
Look who's talking, the longest player in the game.
Do not return.
How did you get in the game? What did I do to put you in here?
He's having some issues with nomenclature, but he's trying to do a good job. It's definitely annoying him.
You will know my name.
All I'm really sure is it's really hard to spell.
Should I kill it or what? It's getting really annoying.
You mock me. For the last time, Paladin. I am coming for you.
Oh, I think you're wrong again. Watch this. Zuggtmoy's dumb. Zuggtmoy's ugly. Zuggtmoy smells bad. That's 3 more times I mocked you.
I am not Zuggtmoy, you idiot.
Well, you know what? You kind of sound like her.
You realize that talking through a rotting troll corpse is probably not it's not the clearest signal.
Yeah. So who is this?
It's
Is this, No, who? Who?
I believe I understand the ploy.
That's gonna fall for it.
You have been warned, Paladin. Everything that you care about on Runerach, I will make sure it dances the dance of death over and over.
So you're a theater fan. Okay, that's a good hint. Wait a minute. Your name is Timothy? Are you Timothy? Are you a fan of swords, Timothy? Because I got a sword here for you, Timmy.
Your jokes are a simple shield against your fear, Tyrion.
Yeah. Speaking of fear,
You may not remember, but I do. Do you remember your failure?
Yep.
You get a flash of like you on a battlefield yelling to the sky.
Oh, bitter is the taste of defeat, but so sweet to us, the loss of faith of a paladin, even it wavering slightly, is an essence to be savored.
Well, let me ask you this.
You had something to do with one of the silver dragons that you followed or fought with got corrupted, and it kind of came out of nowhere, and you should have seen it. Like you blamed yourself, and it had horrible consequences. Like there's another couple of flashes, and
Yeah, a silver dragon turning on you and your troops can cause a lot of freaking damage, I imagine.
and there's this horrible realization that he's showing you bits of your past, and you not seeing it out of left field was because Ayuz had nothing to do with the conflict that you were in, but he showed up just to fuck you around anyways.
Alright. Well, let me ask you this. Faith wavering, something to savor. What do you taste now?
Hedrak. Hedrak told me so much.
You taste Hedrak? What the hell is wrong with this?
So much. I have to thank you all for sending him to me. So nicely. So powerful. So tasty.
Yep, so defeated, so dead. Alright, we're done here.
The troll, the animated troll, is just enough to to talk to, and you plunge the answer into the thing's head, and it dies squealing again. You feel the presence leave, like a hand leaving a sock puppet.
Okay.
This temple, you realize, is not only Zuggtmoy's, but it is Ayuz's as well. There are two statues that you guys fought. One of the big bloated thing and one of the horned demon. And, this temple is dedicated to the both of them and their marriage of insanity. You now also have the realization, all of you, that when you killed Hedrak in the workshop outside of time, you sent his soul to his proper afterlife in the past.
I believe that confirms the suspicion that a unforeseen consequence has arisen.
Ptolemy's also like, he's rubbing his head now.
What's the matter?
Well, if we all were great and powerful in the past, not you, Krieger, just ignore me for a moment. If we're all...
Okay, good.
This is the new internet. When everyone on the planet is on fucking the internet.
Yeah.
This is the new normal. God damn it. Alright, so this is not too bad to fix.
Infrastructure.
Just ignore me for a second there, Krieger. It's not you. If we were all so powerful in the past, how did we die?
I don't have Ahmed or Adam yet.
I got all three of you.
I can't see anybody. I'm gonna disconnect and
There, I
reconnect.
got an Adam. Ahmed's gone, apparently.
It's all weird. That's fine.
Why are you whispering?
Because Alkur was talking and trying to respect his
Fucking internet.
And I'm not kidding, Ahmed's not connecting. Are you able to connect to Ahmed?
I'm trying.
I'm trying. He's... That was my bad.
Hello.
Hello. Did I just lose money? Nope, there's money.
I don't have Omen.
I don't need it. He's timed out on VC.
Fucking flow. Just try to put a cohesive storyline together.
There he is.
There he is, alright.
There we go.
There we go.
Ptolemy's like,
do this for a minute.
ignore me for a minute. If we were all so powerful, how did we die?
Well, we didn't have all these things at our disposal, did we?
No, but I had a
Yeah,
cult.
so-
I was on the path to becoming something better.
Right, but did you die trying to fight Zuggtmoy?
No, I don't think so. Well, not this time. I mean, originally.
Oh, the
You
fuck
remember
knows.
your death. Your first death.
Yes, first deaths.
I died in a war against demons.
Crusher?
I feel I was betrayed somehow.
Or did I? Or did I? survive?
Darian may have died and got returned to life. You do remember you retired.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Well, I died a couple times, actually.
Sorry, your first... The end of your first personage.
Yes, I retired and then I died of old age. Murder? I don't know.
You actually don't remember. Something happened to you at a retirement.
Something happened to me after I retired. I don't remember.
For me, I remember dying when I was younger, but I continued to fight again. My friends had brought me back. But then something about the golden tree. I remember dying around that, and I chose to stay that way. It was better for me. There's more enlightenment on the other side.
Are you having false memories?
There
As
will,
cool as you are.
there,
Like, that makes sense.
there were also many battles that I fought in my afterlife. Demon, fiery, and horrible wars. But
Marty,
I was
have these conversations been long enough for Oscar to have successfully checked that the transportation unit is effectively in working order as he understands it?
Yeah. So you've snuck off because you can hide from godlings apparently, and you've got the rod, and you go and look inside. You're like, oh, there's so much room in here. Are you gonna stash any of your gear or treasure in here?
Yeah, I think we'll put the genie lamp in here.
Okay.
Add that to the stooge pile.
Good.
Hey, Fox.
Yeah, we're gonna.
apparently I was one of the heralds of war for the Four Horsemen.
We will. I'll mark off some stuff.
Do what?
Excuse me.
Apparently that's what I was in the afterlife. Not sure, don't remember why.
Four horsemen are the harbingers of apocalypses. Apocalypse side?
Yes.
He looks at Krieger.
What?
Yeah.
Don't have a horse.
Didn't need one. I'd run faster than a horse. Horses are weak. So,
I personally don't remember dying. I just remember running around in the forest. Shooting shit, killing it, but I don't know, maybe I just died in a cave or fucking something, I don't know.
Shadow, you think hard and you think that you were lured somewhere.
Oh, yeah! Oh, there was this one time I got trapped.
Was it in a castle by a vampire?
No, I had a lot of treasure, though. Oh, no, I didn't actually have treasure. Fucking castles, eh? I'll have to keep that for the future.
It wasn't that time. It's like your gung ho and kind of forwardness has gotten you into trouble. Your curiosity and that sort of thing. Before you're pretty sure you were tricked into kind of heading out on your own, and something bad might have happened. Like something very powerful set a trap for you.
Let's put it this way: lone wolfing isn't this wolf's thing. Enough to stick with you guys.
Should. Alright, so what? Ayus knows who we
Cutting
are.
up a squid or no?
Let's kill us a squid.
Yeah.
Is the stream... I'm getting the stream loading.
Stream's fine. on my
Maybe
end.
it's just me. Okay.
Perfect. We will head towards the portal.
We need the spells now, don't we?
Well, I think it's just before we leave.
What the fuck are we waiting for then?
We need to open up the orb momentarily.
Malini should be with us, I think. That's fine. We'll just say she's there.
Oh, well, we need to stick her back in the orb. She's not allowed out of the orb. I don't know if she understands, but she's social distancing from adventure right now.
It's not funny. It's a little
A little bit dark. Alright, we will open the orb.
Okay.
We will get the
Oh, I see. You're opening the portal to the workshop at a time so that Malini can cast
Casting
spells
two
right
spells.
before the battle. That is super. That is the smart.
and we are going to cast all the free movements. Everybody will be free to move.
Yep. And everybody's got 8 hours of water breathing?
Everybody 8 hours of water breathing.
All right, is everyone ready? I really enjoy Aquan. It is like you ate a bunch of nut butter and tried to talk.
Right, so I'm gonna just start killing things, right?
Shadow, you missed an opportunity, man, but that's fine. Let's go stab a squid.
He's counting. He's got like arrows in his 55.
Walnut butter, and almond butter, and
All the nut butters. Just.
Wait, what? Shit, I missed it.
Tommy looks at Oscar like Oscar's humor is a little more loose.
Yep.
I got like lucky dwarf might be drunk.
Hey, would you be sober going to fight a giant squid?
Nope.
I'm gonna copy past you guys to the water realm.
1 second. I'm putting water breathing and free movement on my characters because Oh, see.
Wow, there were a lot of things you guys left alive in there. Okay.
Unky Dwarf. You left Unky Dwarf behind.
Or was that on purpose? Or
Unky Dwarf.
Well, out of here. Get my orb and fucking this
I'll
place
be right
over.
with you guys. Just let them go.
I was editing the token when you did the move.
Oh, I got him.
Oh, okay. So we duplicated Unky Dwarf.
We duped him, I guess.
That's fine.
yeah, we were not having an easy time here. We
No,
were not having an easy time here.
Well, water
You
breathing
can
and
have
freedom of
the white,
movement.
the black and the gray tokens.
Yep.
If you could. Or here.
Yeah, no, I got it.
That's good.
Dairy in there? Let's see if I gave Darian.
We all have +3 perception.
I don't know which
Awesome.
Oscar you want,
That's-
but there's two of them.
Oh god, the doppelgangers.
I did not take it.
They are, I think,
Hmm?
identical. So die, Oscar 1.
Yes. I killed him. I killed my clone.
Okay, immediately when you go through the portal, you can feel the briny coolness of the water. You guys are able to move quickly through the water because of your freedom of movements and your water breathing. You now have lungs full of this briny briny soup. You can see that there are the trio of water elementals that are kind of lingering near a pit along the bottom of the cavern in which this watery inside this watery domain. You can see the jewels look like they're sleeping, kind of next to or close to the altar, which is the connection to the Temple of Elemental Evil. There is a giant cloud of dark ink. You can feel Nautanica's presence in your mind, as well as the presence of the voice in the deep. And there's something strange going on. It's like Nautanica is inside of the mind of the voice in the deep. Previously, she was reaching inside of that mind. This time, it feels like Nautanica's inside a spherical representation of the voice in the deep. Like the voice in the deep has been somewhat hollowed out, and Nautanica has moved in.
Okay.
Bonecrusher and Alkur the White sense that as you enter into the realm.
That's unfortunate.
Her voice, along with she notices your presence here, and she kind of reaches out. You get the sense that it's a woman with tentacles coming out of the top of her head, like it's hair.
It is time. Hey, we still know how to lie, so...
Why are you here? She says.
Because it is time.
Time for what?
Time to kill a god.
Okay, are you trying to lure her out so you guys could fight her?
Well, I'm trying. Maybe. If she came out, we would not fight.
Okay, so give me a deception check.
Alright. Come on, Alkur, you can do it. Lie like an asshole. Rolling a 2 is probably bad time.
30? Yeah, let me just, I'm sort of marking off all the encounters. I didn't know you guys were going to go do this right now, but I guess I could have guessed. Kraken is on page what?
Kruken. The Kruken. You need a Kruken.
So many G's. There she is. Okay, her perception DC is 44.
So...
Drake!
Hey, sure.
It could have
Hey,
worked.
Jake's going on,
It-
man.
Didn't work.
Oh. So if I'm to die, I'm going to take at least one of you with me. And you can see in the mindscapes that she's holding up that strange device, and she clicks it, and you do automatically sense, because of her knowledge of gun, that she has activated the item into a dangerous mode.
Safety's off.
You are somewhat like proto-godlings. Your souls have been rounded, but they've also been fed. So many times, magic has coursed through your souls. It will easily destroy the soul of a
Why would you waste that power on insignificant beings like these?
Why are you wasting your time facing me when she is the culprit?
We need to disconnect this node.
Plus, we got 3 days to kill, so tough luck, bitch.
Barry's just talking to the water.
There's mental.
So you notice the elementals are all kind of like agitated, and the jewels have sort of like they've woken up from their horrid sleep. And I think it's initiative. I think you come in here with hostility on your mind. She'll bring it, and you know that she has the gun that can destroy one of you.
Its use.
+3 to all our initiatives.
Okay, well, add that to the combat sheet. There is a column for that.
Does that stack with the +2 from the feat?
I believe so.
It's a perception.
Well, it's +3 perception, so in this case, it would be an initiative bonus, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Now, what kind of bonus is it?
48.
Who do I...
Alright.
It's an item bonus, so if you have an item that gives you perception, don't add it.
I don't.
I don't think anybody has.
Oscar has one. He only gets +2.
Does Oscar not get... Oh, he's got the bonus there. Okay, so...
So Oscar has improved initiative. He additionally has an item bonus to
Alright,
perception.
yeah.
That's +2, so he only gets an additional. He gets an additional +1 on top of the other one.
Okay.
So everybody else should have a +3.
Yeah.
Unless
Gotcha.
they have a...
So we just pack that +1 on Oscar?
Yes.
Alright.
That should stack with anybody that has improved initiative.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to see what Nautanica looks like in the Mindscape? I have a token for her.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see
So,
this.
like, where are you putting it?
It's not just a big fish anymore.
Nope. Let me grab the token.
The mind in the deep is actually daggone.
It's not blue poop.
Hello, humans.
Amagaboop.
Okay. Apparently, Windows has decided that search is no longer a thing that my computer can do.
That Explorer is probably crashing.
Yeah.
Explorer is now everything.
Let's do this a different way. I have an image on my desktop. Oh, is it crashing again? God damn it.
Image.
Nope.
I'm gonna go check on my bathroom. 1 second.
Make sure it's still there.
Ring that bell.
Didn't you just rip a deuce?
just wasn't that long ago.
It was like within the hour kind of thing. 2 hours.
None of my business, but you are doing it on the internet. So. See you
There
later.
will be questions! Okay, I'll recreate her token just because I can't search for it. Nautanica. Yep.
Who looks like a Aquaman villain? You look like an Aquaman villain. Do not want.
Do not want?
You do not want.
Alright, I need to find the jewels, and then, yeah, there are the jewels, they have +15s.
Salty if she shoots the gun. I don't know how to make her not shoot the gun. Let's figure out a way.
must figure out a way. And then the Naiad, just in case she has powers that she can still manifest, we'll grab her stat block as well.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving her an initiative. If she does go, she'll be doing it at Luxembourg's turn. There we go. Alright, let's grab the random numbers and populate the initiative sheet. Copy those and paste the values.
Oh, yes.
Lee's not here. Iggy, Mudrazar, Ellie, and Steek are not here. Rage Demon, Ayus.
Annika wrote poopy. Yes.
She did. Yeah, she did.
As an offhand.
Oh, those Elder Elementals. Oh. There we go.
6 levels ago, they were a problem. I'll give them something for now.
The octo-haired lady was Nautanica in the Mindscape. She looked like that. Alright, first to go is Darian, then Krieger, then Shadow, then Oscar, then Nautanica, then it's Ptolemy, Alkur, Bonecrusher, Chules, Elder Elementals. You get the sense that the Elder Elementals and the Chules are coming forward, and Nautanica's not believing Alkur's story. And she basically says that she can destroy one of your mortalish souls very, very easily with the gun. And that is her threat. Darian, what are you doing? Darian's just yelling out, yeah! like yelling out curses.
Swearing at the ocean.
Yep.
Screw you, ocean.
So Darian floats forward. Krieger, Shadow, and Oscar can all do their thing.
Can we see any of the water elementals?
Yeah, they came out of that hole and they sort of took a hostile posture when you guys turned hostile in the Mindscape, like Nautanica might have sent a command to them.
What do you mean? We were totally friendly. It's time to go kill God. But don't use that gun. That's good. Runs up and hides. He's sneaking through the water.
One of those elementals is already rocking 94 damage. I don't know if...
Oh, no, they've healed. They've healed.
Alright, yeah, Darian's gonna move forward, and he's actually gonna, on 1 and, we'll just say 2 to make it easy, he's gonna smite both of them, or...
The elementals? Okay.
Yep.
Krieger moves.
Krieger is going to get right in there, because he's an idiot. So what's movement like? Are we doing swim, or is it...
Well, freedom of movement, you can walk along the bottom, I think, at your own pace.
He can also
Or
swim.
you can swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krieger can just swim, so...
You got legendary swimming or something?
Yeah, he's
Krieger just kicking his legs and bouncing off of things and Aquamaning through the water is effectively what he's doing.
actually, he's not. He's gonna wait for... if he goes up there, he's just gonna get beat senseless. So he's gonna move... He's gonna double move. Well, he'll move ahead that far.
Okay. Shadow, you've...
Not too far there, pretty boy.
You're taking your action, Shadow?
Yeah, I have a full round, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, let's mark these 2 here on the right as prey. I'm gonna flurry the first dumb bastard.
One in the middle or the one... Okay, the far left, the one that's...
left. Sorry. Yeah, the number 2. The one on this side.
Okay.
So when you keep saying left, you mean right.
I meant right. You know what I meant. No, you didn't. Okay. That's
It's a very difficult game to play when you play it that way.
it's all the social non-isolation. Oh boy. Plus, there we go. 41.
Yeah, 41 hits one of the elementals. Are you taking into account your range penalty?
My prey, I have a 240-foot range increment.
And then when underwater, it's half.
It's 120. So, oh no. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so minus.
I don't know if freedom of
minus-
movement gets rid of that penalty.
What's the penalties? -2?
Let's check underwater combat again.
Yeah.
You're considered flat-footed underwater. And you
No,
have-
I'm not, because I have a feat.
Okay, and you do you have underwater marauder?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then basically you don't suffer any penalties underwater.
Oh.
I don't know if that applies to your bow,
That's the other half of this equation.
but you personally don't have it.
So underwater marauder.
AC 31, so if we're talking 4 range increments, you still hit, so just roll your damage, but then you can look it up between your turns.
Okay, let me roll the second shot. Another 41.
Okay.
So the first hit, if it's critical, means it's flat-footed on the second one?
It's not.
Oh, it's not a crit.
No.
Okay. So now that it hits twice, now it is flat-footed.
Okay.
For the next, so I'll take another shot. There we go.
That's a crit.
There we go. Okay, so let's put this.
And after the first shot, it's flat-footed, so I think the second one becomes a crit.
Range increment or half.
Range increments are half? Okay. So
So
this creature is 215 feet away from you?
So -2 to my. I think it's -2, right? Because it would go into my second range increment.
Oh, got it, because you don't take penalties from the first?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is hit, crit, crit. It takes
Any
electricity.
resistance?
It has resistance to fire.
Alright then. So 3 becomes 6, 12, 15. I shouldn't have put all these arrows into it. 15d8 plus
These things are giant sacks of hit points.
4, 8, 10d6.
I think at any point you could just be like,
That's 18,
I have
36.
water.
45.
You know, this one doesn't have that ability.
Oh, they didn't give it to the water element?
141.
There are no reactions that this one has. 141. Okay, so you bloody that water elemental with your arrows. You can see you're kind of like displacing some of the turgid water that makes up the creature, and it seems to be bleeding itself into the surrounding water. Oscar sneaked in Nautanica. Oh, she's angry. She's super, super angry, and you can feel her transforming in her cloud.
Into a clownfish. Yes.
Nope. And then she is going to come out of the cloud.
Tasty fish? She cuts herself and range batters herself and then dish herself in deep fryer for about 3 minutes.
Actually, you know what? She's going to stay in her cloud.
That's the scariest thing of all.
She casts a spell.
Oh, no, but she's a big dumb fish. He's just a big dumb fish. Has magic items.
After watching some of your powers from before, she casts a spell. Ptolemy. Isn't she coming out? Ptolemy double strides along the bottom,
Perhaps she is learned.
and then he's going to... Yeah. Can't take cover because Oscar's in that square. He doesn't know, though. So he just double moves to here, raises a shield spell for now. Alkur.
I suppose it begins. Let's just see if, like, what
Well-
works underwater?
Bone Crusher. You can also go while Alkur is going. on it.
Sorry, Crusher's taking mountain stance, and as an action, I'm going to jump. Oh, yeah, I'm jumping forward.
You're doing it because you have that legendary.
Yeah, I have that stupid ability.
So you're gonna like travel faster than your mover rate with your jump. It's like
he's like Rebel Hulk now.
Okay.
He jumps faster than he runs.
Basically, I jump faster than
his
I run.
runs are jumps. Each sort of leap is a each stride is a leap.
D20
This
plus
is a fire spell. Okay.
53. What's that distance?
53? What do you mean?
Like, how far do I jump with 53?
First off, you have to read jump. Secondly, you have to read your power. Okay, so let's work you through your power.
I triple whatever the actual distance is.
Okay, so you have a feat that lets you jump further, right? You have
I just need to know what the DC of a regular, like, long distance jump is.
20.
So 53 would take me how far?
I don't think that's how skill checks work anymore. I think.
All right.
But the number that you beat the jump by is the extra distance.
Yes, but I also think you need to declare a distance because you can fail on a 1, right? So.
Oh, fair.
All right, your long jump. You stride and then make a horizontal leap. So it's 2 actions to long jump normally. You can do it without striding, I think.
I do it in 1 action too.
Okay, so the DC of the check is equal to the total distance in feet you're attempting to move during the leap.
Yep.
Oh, I have to call how far I want to go.
Yes.
Yep. So how far do you want to go?
It would be 30, say 30 feet.
So
DC 30. Go.
So
Oh, DC, that's it? It's 1 for 1?
Yeah.
Okay, 45 feet.
Okay, so DC 45. Go.
Alright. I beat it.
What's the total?
50.
Okay, so you actually there's no critical success, so you jump 45 feet.
Actually,
right, but now he jumps 115 feet, or 135 feet because of the epic
legendary
power.
Yeah.
He triples the
He
jump.
triples the distance he goes.
Okay.
100 and...
A jumping swim.
And I'm gonna ready to flurry.
Okay.
So, and because he's got the monk power to let him do that with a single action, you could do that like 3 times and like.
So you activated a power. Don't you need 2 actions to ready?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Ready.
So flurry. No, not flurry. Mountain and jump.
Yep, mountain jump. You got 1 more action left.
Rage.
No, I'm not raging.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
gonna
it?
stand there
Okay.
with
Come on.
He's gonna wave him on.
Tommy's like, what the hell? Jules. Now
He's got jumps.
these that's ridiculous, by the way. It's absolutely
Yeah, I know.
ridiculous.
I know.
They probably need to adjust that a little bit. The tools
Maybe your land speed, maybe.
are slow fucking swimmers at 25. Look at them come. They're kind of undulating along the bottom and squirting out of their butts as they're heading forward, dragging their claws and kind of half climbing, half jumping, loping through the water. The other elementals, however, are the epitome of watery grace, and they're upon Crusher in no time.
Mm-hmm.
All Alkur did was move forward. The spell he wanted to use was not effective.
They swim forward 100. They get into threatened area. Do you have AOs, Crusher?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Do I have just one?
Yep. Unless you
I
have a
have-
special ability.
You have 1 reaction.
I have 1 reaction.
He really went for it, didn't he?
Okay. 2 of them are these 2. Move to about here, and then they kind of like send out these watery these watery bolts towards you, like they're trying to push you or try to hit you. 2 plus 20
Are these ranged attacks?
These are range. No, these are reach attacks at 20 feet. AC 44, nat 20.
It's a miss, but
No,
it's an
nat 20.
20.
So 4d12 plus 24 damage. Crusher gets hit for 50 damage. Wham! And then they get a attempt to push you, which is against your fortitude DC 29. I'm assuming fails. So you don't.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to push. They're trying to push you into the other one that incurs an AOO as it's coming into you, like it's coming into your square as it's turning into this big vortex.
Yeah, let's claw this puppy. 42.
42 is a critical hit.
Okay, this thing is immune to
Fire. Well, resistant to fire.
Okay. What's the crit? So 60, 12, it's 24 plus.
The churn of these creatures is creating difficult terrain all around them, remember?
77.
30 foot around them. 77 damage. Destroys this water elemental for deigning to enter into your square.
I think freedom of movement blocks the difficult terrain.
That's probably right.
I'll be freedom of movement first.
So, the thing tried to turn into a big whirlpool of torrented water, and you just slashed right through with your claws and dissipated the water creature. Top of the round is these ones moved in a single move, and then they did a single attack, so they could actually do their waves again. At plus 19 against pressure. AC 36 and 33. After kind of clobbering that one elemental, you just sort of duck as these two blasts of angry water go above you. Top of round 2 is Darian's turn. Looks like Crusher's having all the fun at this point. Mark is muted.
We'll give him a little bit of a hand.
I'm trying not to sneeze the microphone.
And
You realize you're moving very far away.
you're too slow.
I don't want to be there. I'm just gonna put me back. Take Darian, please.
Wrong guy with wings.
You pulled Alkur into battle, not Darian.
Oh, sorry.
Ah!
Christine.
Just pushing the wizard into the fray.
There we go. That's
Okay.
as far as I can get.
All right, Krieger.
Krieger, on the other hand, can get right in there.
Yep, they are big and scary, but they do not have reactions. So you swim, launch yourself into the midst of
Yeah, he rages and uses his sudden charge ability.
Okay.
So anything that would reduce your move speed is how it's phrased.
What's that?
Yeah. So
Actually,
you guys are traveling through the difficult terrain, no problem, because you prepared effectively for this encounter.
Yes.
It is. Oh, there we go. Died there.
7 fourth circle spells, which is almost 3 separate casters worth of fourth circle
Yeah,
spells.
yeah, I know. It's like you guys came here for business. Critical hit.
Possible. Yeah, it's a critical hit. All right. So. I'm assuming fire damage. There's no real point.
They're resistant to fire 10.
Okay, yeah, then there's no point.
Okay.
Well, 2d6. I'll roll the
Does the
2d6
flaming weapon
after.
work underwater? I don't think so.
Oh, that's right too. It does not work underwater. I did remember that.
All right. Well, he takes 81 damage then.
To the left one or the right one?
The left one.
Okay. The on-mid left one or the right one?
Elemental number 1.
Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, Krieger just basically brings Elder MR through, or using the sort of twisting.
Oh, yeah, I'll use the sword of twisting.
Okay.
Have I written that down? Yes, I have.
Okay, so you have turned the sword of twisting into a hammer? Is that correct? Okay.
That is correct.
It's the slammer of twisting.
I have
Does it
Underwater
have a
Marauder, so
random-
it
it's-
doesn't affect my damage.
What's
It's
that?
random at the beginning of the fight. It's random.
Oh,
What
that's
it's,
right.
Like what it's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
I had an action left over like last turn.
So it's a hammer, and
Okay.
then what is it? It's, or did you also focused? It's like, is it
Yeah.
evil, chaos, law,
It's
anarchic, archaic?
it's gonna do holy damage.
Okay.
Oh, holy and anarchic.
okay, but both of those affect this creature.
Okay then.
Attaboy.
All right, so ignore that damage because it's not 8, 12 plus
Krieger's twisted mallet at +5 squashing.
15 plus
Squish.
46. So 110 damage
Instead, okay,
instead. Yes.
and it's taken 1 lethal wound from a twisting item.
Yep.
If it's around to survive this, do you have any other attacks?
Nope, that's all my actions.
Shadow? Ahmed, what are you doing?
If he's pooping again, I swear.
I'll call a doctor.
Sorry, re-pray on both of them. And because I only had one of them. And 3. Let's finish off the one that you started off on, and we'll see who gets the bonus.
Okay, it is 140 feet away, which I think
Well, within
140?
It's in your-
second range.
yeah, and then he takes no penalties from second range
Yes.
because of
Five.
a power critical hit. Critical hit,
So,
nat 20.
dead.
Now,
we
let's-
ready for you.
Everybody being all like, "Woo!" The same thing would have happened last time if we came in and we just fought the water elementals. They weren't the problem at the beginning. They were just really bad.
Okay, so 6 becomes 12d. Ooh.
All right, guys, you ready to enter that impenetrable
Hey,
darkness
boys,
and
come
fight
to
the god thing with a god gun? Let's go.
Well, if she
Okay,
lets
so
us just
3,
break
6,
the thing,
12. 12d8.
which we didn't leave
Plus
anybody on the
4 is
outside to do the other half of.
8d6.
I think we have to kill
18,
her.
36. That's it. 108 damage.
Okay. Yeah, that destroys the elemental.
Okay, and then the last one. Darian is moving. Who's? I think. Give it to Crusher. I think he's next. So he's gonna say,
Crusher, just go for the center.
Oscar?
So, are we crossing the bridge, or are we just hanging out back here by the portal?
I don't know, Oscar. The concept of teamwork you seem to be kind of bored with it now. Teamwork means that you are exposing your neck, and it looks like things are well in hand.
Let's see if we can make our way.
Ideally, they do all the work, take all the risk, and you get all the reward.
"That's how it always works."
I'm gonna go hide out over there.
Okay.
Start circling the battlefield. We're repositioning to a greater offensive area than anybody else.
Nautanica is casting another spell.
Get out of here and die.
I saw you in Legends, Oscar.
Come out with your hands up. Drop your gun. Oh man, the fact that we're fighting a giant octopus with a magic gun that kills gods is your fault. Just in case anybody's wondering. If I get shot by a
Shut
magic
up!
god killing gun, I blame
It
you.
was the fault of the Halloween special!
You
Yeah.
just said you blame Mark.
Wait, that was one Halloween special. This is the second Halloween special.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
Ptolemy is noticing that
Marty's fault.
some of you guys are my fault. Everything's my fault. No, it's these people just do bad things, man.
Now every time you say Halloween special, whole game goes friggin' sideways.
That's great.
No more specials.
When we get St. Patrick's Day special, we're really frickin' lucky.
I almost did a leprechaun encounter in the other campaign. On Tuesday, I almost did a leprechaun thing, but I didn't have enough time to prep. It's like Irish voice. It's really hard to do. Ptolemy is going to stride forward. Is there anything that's affecting speeds right now?
Give me a sec. Ptolemy had, I think, plus 10. Yeah, so he has another plus 10 foot move speed.
Okay. Because that's good, because now he can get Crusher in... Oh, you guys are all spread out. Haste 6 creatures? Shit.
Don't really care right now. We don't need it.
Alright, he's going to use the Wand of Haste on Darien. Darien, you have haste for 7 rounds.
Oh, mark it on his thing.
No, that's not how it works.
For a minute.
For a minute, yeah.
7 rounds. Marty was DMing the other system.
Yeah, I am looking forward to returning to 1E. There are parts of 1E that really bug me now, though, so... Alkur. I might, as a test in the other campaign, just give him an extra move action every round, just to see how it goes. Like, just to see
Well, what
if...
about that one? I think it was from Pathfinder Unchained. You emailed us the.
I think just as a baby step, like, just give everyone another move action around and see what happens. Alkur.
So, what happens if I Earthquake Nautanica? Like, what do I, like, we're on a terrain of some sort.
Yeah.
Maybe it's swimming, but, like...
Earthquakes happen underground.
They certainly do. They'll create things like tsunamis and shit.
Unforeseen consequence.
You could try to collapse the ceiling above her.
There we go. Let's
Shoot your gun now!
We're going to swap into Alkur
Okay.
and chuck an earthquake at her.
Alright, so Alkura, and let me just do a quick measurement.
I think she's within
Oops.
500 plus 60 feet away.
That's not where you were. Zoom way the snap out.
She's 500 feet away.
500 feet away, yeah, so you can target the
big bass with the giant earthquake.
yeah, you're kind of centering it in the middle, which means that there is a cave-in and a partial collapse of some of the rock along the roof. And it is a 60-foot radius.
Damn, that's pretty big.
So you get all of the ink cloud.
Ah, fuck your home! I dropped the roof on your couch.
The DM rolls a flat check. We'll say it is an average structure, and most natural formations. Okay. Seems to be going down, so I need to roll above 14. And I do. A collapse deals 11d6 bludgeoning damage. Each creature caught in the collapse must attempt a reflex save to avoid it. And this is your spell. So you do see a bunch of stalactites and pieces of rock, just kind of like a whole layer of the roof comes off and sinks down in into the area.
1d... What?
Damn
Damn it, Wither King, you're fucking me up! Good numbers, though.
11d6.
Oh, sorry. 42.
42, and then what is your reflex save? DC? What's the DC?
39.
Okay.
39.
Crap. Roll a 1. Double damage.
She gets 45.
So
That's
it's
not...
half damage. 21 damage.
21 damage? Okay.
Which is way better than before when it was just don't roll nothing and just auto crit succeed. It was this is
This is good.
You can't see what's going on, but you get the sense that you heard her in the mental connection. Like you get a verification of sort of like a warble from that bone crusher. It's very impressive. Like and the entire cavern shook a little bit, little pieces coming off in random spots, and a bunch of fish kind of like that were like all along the sides and along the ground kind of all went up and are panicking and yeah, you rocked the water node. Bone crusher, you're next.
Crusher's moving up like
there are
this.
fish. There's a full ecosystem in here.
There is an ecosystem in here.
Good to know.
So Crusher comes there,
I am a druid. This is my domain now.
and
Although some of the fish you see, like that one's got 2 heads and this one's got 6 fins. And... what the fuck is that? Yeah, exactly. There's some weird fish that have perhaps been affected by the corruption and the twisting.
Can these things be flanked?
Like you see a little eel that opens up its mouth, and then another like mouth comes out of it, and it's like that's all wrong. Like no, that is not.
Yeah, the Aliens movie doesn't exist here, so it's not normalized.
Right.
Are these thing? Is this thing can this thing be flat-footed? Like
Yep.
to flank?
Yep.
Okay, that's a hit.
It's critical.
Plus 34. 37.
37 flat-footed. No, it's flat-footed AC. Flat-footed AC is 29. So
Yeah, it's a
you
hit.
can spend a hero point to critical if you want.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
33. 43.
You guys whined so much when you came into this node, and now you're just like.
You got so well. I don't know that we're not going to get wrecked, but it couldn't hurt it
12,
before. It was
15.
just like
15 to 12.
it wasn't just like pissing into the wind. It's like trying to piss into the wind while somebody is pissing on you. There was no way this was going to end.
So much pee-pee.
4, 48, 60. Plus 3 equals
We got,
2
like, what?
plus 5d8.
6 levels since the last time we were in here.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck them up. Plus 9.
I mean,
233 damage.
What? What?
Yeah, 233 damage.
That was
2 crits.
2
Crits and a regular hit. Yep.
the D12s are coming from who?
3d6, 3d12s becomes 6d12, becomes 12d12, plus an extra hit is 15d12.
What do you have that does D12 damage?
My claws.
Oh god! He's a monk!
Crusher just kind of like swims into the elemental and spreads his claws, and the elemental is gone. The jewels are dumb and
Over here.
continue to undulate forward, kind of clustering a little bit. The elder elementals I'm just going to remove from the sheet because they're almost like paper foot soldiers now. Darian.
Darian is gonna make his way to the tools, I guess.
No, that's Tommy.
That's.
Oh, wow, I gotta really zoom in, I think, because there we go.
You've got a different token now. It's not just a dude with a face. In fact, it's a dude without a face.
Can't actually attack anyone. I will get that far. And raise a shield. Ah! Yeah, he'll raise his shield.
Okay. Krieger.
No, I take it back. Not against these things. He's just going that far, that's all.
Okay, Krieger.
Krieger, how far away?
These things do not have reactions. The big crabby things.
Krabby Patty.
Oh no, they do have they have attack of opportunity. There we go. So it's going to try to hit you with a.
I wish to try to acrobatics my way.
Sure. Their reflex DC is 25.
I've got to not roll a 1. I reflex my
so
way out.
right before you get into melee with it, you kind of push off the ground and do this spinning twirl, and the thing's like kind of dumbly trying to get you with its claws, and you're now right in its face. Its tendrils flashing around excitedly.
34. AC 53.
The hammer comes just blasting down across its stupid head, and is cracking it open. Critical hit.
I got you, stupid head. They got like bug heads.
Yep.
127 damage.
Okay, you smoked this thing from its existence. It is just sort of floating awkwardly off to the side.
Yeah, some damage right there.
Yep, 100 hit points.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's basically a minion at this point in time for some of you. Shadow.
No, it would have a horrific face. I feel like 6 levels ago, it had a horrific, horrible face. Now it's got a stupid face.
There's... It's Shadow's turn?
Yeah, Shadow, you're way, way back here.
Shadow's gonna move forward.
Okay.
And put one down easily. Just.
So that's 2 moves.
I don't want to I think Marty already remembers, but I think that Glabberzoo, I think it was a Glabberzoo.
Yes, 120 feet move.
Is in play. It should be in play again at some point.
The distance between me and the one in the
You got
back
sent home.
is...
You got sent home. You might just stay there. You might be like, no, it was my turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna unload on the one in the back. So move. I'll just rapid shot. Ooh, just single shot it for now.
Okay, the one in the back.
The one in the front. Try to make it flat-footed for these guys. 20 plus no prey has been called.
You move that fast?
Yeah, 60 foot with the potion of Quicksilver gives you plus 20 foot move speed.
Oh, you took all of your general feats as move speed. I remember now.
Yes, but plus 20 foot move speed from the Quicksilver. 32, 35.
You kind of startled Ptolemy a little bit as you went running by him.
48.
Critical hit. You double critical, like you got it. You hit him by 20 instead of by 10, which is an interesting thing that we can play with next time we play this. It's like you hit by 20 instead of by 10. Maybe it's a table roll or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have to be a...
58 damage.
58 damage. You bloody it, and you do pin it to the ground. Oh, it's the front one? Okay, I'll just...
It's flat-footed as well. Yep.
Okay.
With one hit? I thought you had to hit it 2 times.
No. With a crit, now it's a greater distracting shot.
You do it better. Okay.
Oscar. Okay. Nautanica.
Did all that stuff dissipate the ink?
Nope.
Oh, good.
Don't worry, we'll wrap up the harassment. The harassment. But we're also going to hide way in the back.
Okay. The ink cloud expands.
Oh, fuck.
You wouldn't believe that she might have... Never mind. There's nobody around. I'll get Kira to...
Ptolemy's like, ew. No, shut up. Do you want to haste?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes, I know. I offered it, but it was more of a rhetorical question because you all want haste all the time. Here you go. He touches you with the wand, even though it doesn't really make sense to touch you with the wand. Because he actually cast it himself.
A year of your life, right?
Haste used to cost a year of your life, yeah. In 2nd edition. That's why it was always like, I want to play the elf fighter!
Yeah.
Because I'm a really young elf fighter.
Marking you.
I remember playing a human fighter, and it was like, you already hasted me twice this week. I think I'm good.
But it doubled all of your attacks.
Yeah.
And it was a game where you didn't really keep track of movement really much. It was like you wandered up to the thing and just did all your attacks twice.
Yeah.
It was just, it was amazeballs.
It was speed. You're on speed.
Alkur.
Or cocaine, I guess.
Okay. We are going to double move up. And then we're going to pick another form. Where do we keep this form? You know what? We'll triple move.
Okay. It was Alkur's turn, Bone Crusher.
We're gonna aim. What's his distance here? 110 divided by 3 is 33. I don't roll. I try not to roll a 1, and I can auto make it.
Oh, okay.
It won. Of
Okay,
course.
so you end up kind of like jumping into melee here, and you incurred an AOO from both the jewels.
And I think you fall prone.
Oh, really?
And because you have freedom of movement, prone is a perfectly acceptable position. Yeah.
You can just lie on the ground.
All right, their attacks of opportunity. This is as you are entering their squares.
Okay.
They lash out with their.
You need 20s. Just might as well.
Yeah, you leap normally and then fall prone.
If anything, you could honestly say, well, the water doesn't slow your fall either.
AC
So, ow.
34 and AC 32. Okay, you kind of land in front of them.
I get up.
Okay, they already used their reactions.
And which one's got most damage?
The one that's pinned to the briny floor.
Actually, let's just flurry the fresh one and let these guys have their go at it.
Okay. You grab a hold of its like shoulder plate. And you start cracking its main body plate off of it.
I remember you fuckers.
Using your claws to separate them like a lobster feast. Critical hit.
They're going to be
lobster
right
next.
Yeah, I think they're 2 crits.
Critical hit.
6, 12, so 12d. 12.
You're just lawyering them. What the hell?
Well, yeah, it's like they're 7th level creatures. You guys are 18th
We are
level
way
characters.
higher than
They
these
don't
guys.
have no XP.
There's no XP for these things. 150 damage.
Sorry, there's 1 XP.
You end up just sort of ripping it open and grabbing stuff inside of it and pulling out these weird ganglias and tendons and insides and blackish blood floating up into the sea. You destroy that jewel. The jewels get to go. This one wheels around on Crusher and is going to do what it can, which is basically claw attacks. It's going to stop when it actually hits. It doesn't. It doesn't. And it doesn't. So Crusher, you kind of, like, as its claws are coming in, you're just sort of biffing and baffing them away from you, and they're snapping, and they're trying to come in. Its tentacles whapping around angrily. Darian, top of round 4.
Darian. There we go. We'll move into this guy.
Okay, his AOO is reset. He's going to take an AOO on Darian as you move in.
Okay.
Clawed Hand comes in towards you. AC 29.
Nope.
Fuck, I don't think that even hit Ptolemy.
It doesn't hit Alkur. So
Ptolemy's AC is
Natural 20.
37,
38, yeah, and his magic check.
Every attack roll has been a critical hit.
the answer just finds a soft spot, ramming the magical blade into this horrid creature.
We're going to be doing electrical damage today instead of fire, because I knew we were coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
6 electrical plus... And 6 holy plus... Hang on. Just gotta double check my damage, because no, it's still plus 11. Alright. Oh, sorry. Add 11 to that. Whatever this. So 80.
Okay, so it reached towards you. You chopped off the tips of its claws. Its other claw reached towards you. You chopped off the entire claw, and then you brought the sword in to just plunge into the mass of ganglia underneath its chin, and it dies at the end of your blade.
And he keeps on swimming.
Right through. Yeah. Should have used 3 more arrows.
Krieger, Shadow, Oscar.
Krieger.
Stay close, boys. Not too far now.
Krieger's,
Remember me.
Oscar sees the most unfortunate fish. It's like a barracuda, but it doesn't have a tail. It's like 2 barracuda heads, and it's kind of scooting this way and then scooting this way.
Krieger's gonna pull out his...
shitty end of the deal.
Krieger's pulling out that cheetah potion. He's gonna drink it.
All he's thinking is kill me.
Okay.
And then he's gonna move.
And then Shadow. No, so that was Shadow. We went Krieger, Shadow, Oscar.
Yeah, so Shadow's going to just catch up to everybody.
Okay, move.
Wait, Ptolemy. When's Ptolemy moving?
Late. After Nautanica.
Ptolemy, I'll wait for you. Move.
Oh, what?
Actually, he'll move 60 feet. And then I'll prepare to move another 60 when he passes by.
Okay, so you're
Let's go through. Come on.
ready.
You two,
in
let's
action. Nautanica.
Is that like an ink? Like it spread, like it pooped out more ink?
Yep. It's also, and then you can see now more ink. Just spreading out.
We need a plan for this. We need a plan for this.
Ptolemy is going to move forward. He moves at, you said plus 10, 30 is 40, so 120.
Does Alkur have purify food and water? Maybe that'll get rid of the ink.
And then Shadow, your ready to action kicks in. You just move up 60.
Yep.
He just gives you a nod, like he appreciates what you did, and there's sort of a flutter of that weird blue and green magic along his bones. It's happening more often now. Alkur.
Hail to the master of the temple after a while.
Is it Alkur's turn or is it?
It's Alkur's turn.
Keep up.
Hey assholes, you left me behind.
Nautanica pops up right here and just devours. Oh!
Rips head off.
Dimension door is the thing.
Dimension door is a thing. All right, I'm just looking. I'm looking for a way to
Okay, you guys can see links to the other portals as you've moved up.
Ooh,
Links to the other
fire,
nodes.
air, or earth?
I suspect this is about to go very poorly. Remember,
No, that's fire.
I suspect it's about to go very poorly. Remember, this thing can move quickly. She's gonna cast a shield spell.
Bone Crusher?
Come on! Where are you?
Crusher's going. Actually, no. I'm not leaving
You
these.
have
These.
the link. Just ask.
Well, he wants to show the guys he's doing.
Yeah,
it.
you sense that she's waiting. Like she's got this silhouette of like a giant kraken rising behind her humanoid form. She's waving around the gun, pointing it at one of either
Hey,
one
Mark,
of you
what's your best AC?
or at your companions. She's spinning the chamber.
Mark, what's your best AC, buddy? Who's got the best chance of this?
43, that's Darian.
Really?
He also has yeah.
The bear wins.
Yeah. All right, Crusher's going to be moving forward.
Okay. Shall we play a game?
I play no games.
Do you want to play?
Moving. They're going to get ready to
I
die.
hear that Baba Yaga liked this game.
Is this in the
Not acquainted with her.
Yep.
I don't know demons like you do.
What game does Baba Yaga like?
She likes to watch it at least.
What's it called?
Fire on roulette.
I'm not good with gambling. Lost my soul to it once.
Is this
Don't
like completely?
waste the god-killing. Don't waste the god-killing weapon.
Then bring your violence against Zuggtmoy and leave me alone.
Let us disconnect the node.
Very well. Mark, you're muted.
It's okay, I was saying bad things about you anyway. Just need to get Oscar in there.
Talk to the beard! Like that means.
Kind of was in that general direction. We just gotta get Oscar in there to steal the bullets, and we'll be fine.
The big poison fart cloud might be an issue, though.
Okay, so there is an offer on the table, and she's fine with disconnecting the water node, and you get the sense that she's taken steps to, like, her form of being a humanoid might have been a recent adaptation that she made in anticipation of this.
I mean, she was looking to hitch a ride. She wanted to hitch a ride previously. So she might have found a way to hitch a ride. I wonder what this weird dryad girl is. What this weird naiad?
Good thing she was left alive. Bone Crusher. You can hear the exchange between Nautanica or the Spawn of Nautanica, if you want to get really technical. And
I'm keeping myself between the cloud and my companions.
okay,
Like,
the Jewels are all dead. They are disgusting things. They died just as hard as they did the first time. They've got really cool powers. If they actually constrict you, they constrict you, and then their tentacles paralyze you, and it's really bad. Like once you get into that cycle, it's really bad. But
Oh,
They have to initiate